Hi, how you doing there, folks? You want to know one of the reasons why our newspapers are not doing so great lately? Well, I'm going to tell you. The New York Newsday didn't do this up until last week. It used to be in the business section, they used to show you all the stocks from the NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange, and how they're doing. Now they just show this little tiny corner here where they just show a few that maybe are doing the best. And they tell you, for more stocks online, go to newsday.com business, which means they're actually encouraging people to go to the website, and then people go to the website, see a lot of stories on the website, and they don't buy the newspaper anymore, folks. The New York Times also, up until last week, used to show the complete stock listings in the business section. Now look what all they show you, folks. They just show you the ones with the most movement. See, in one side of one page, but they don't show you all of them. They used to show you. You used to be able to look in the New York Times and be able to see all the stocks, how they were doing on the NASDAQ and the New York Stock Exchange. Another paper that used to do that used to be able to look in the business section and be able to see how all the stocks were doing. The New York Times, the NASDAQ, and the New York Stock Exchange was the New York Post. For that, they quit. They quit doing it a while ago, actually years ago. And that used to be my favorite paper. I used to just open it up, I used to look in, and there was a few stocks that I used to check to see how they were doing. This is all they show you now, folks. It's a little bit on one side, and they encourage you to go to the website if you want to see all the rest of the stocks. Okay? Which means that they're actually encouraging people to go to the website, folks. Which is ridiculous, and that's the reason why a lot of newspaper sales are going down. The New York Times, New York Newsday, and the New York Post should go back to the old system in the paper of showing you how all the stocks, where you can look up all the stocks on the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ and see how they're doing. Now, folks, probably wondering why I'm talking about this. It's because I'm soon going to be getting a buyout from my landlord. I'm going to be getting a buyout from the place where I live. It's a very small place. He's going to be giving me, I'm going to be negotiating toward the end of the month. I would like to get 10,000, but more than likely, because he's very cheap and everything, I'm probably not going to get any more than 6,500. Two other landlords are offering up to 35, but it ain't going to happen with my landlord. My landlord is a Chinese guy, old-fashioned guy, a multi-millionaire that drives a broken down, rusted Astro van, not a Cadillac or a Lexus like most of the chiefs have. So I'm dealing with a millionaire. I'm dealing with a landlord who's a multi-millionaire, a guy that would walk 10 blocks just to save 35 cents. You know, but I'm anxious to get some money to work with, so I'm willing to be one of the first ones to get bought out so I can get some money to work with. And he wants to make the building into condos, but he's being very slow about it. He hasn't rented to anyone new since 8 years ago, since 2004. 2002 he pretty much stopped renting altogether, rented to a couple more, and basically is waiting for the building to be empty. If he wouldn't be so foolish and would have been offering buyouts through all these years and raising the prices up, he'd have a lot of people bought out that are there already. Well, let's get back to the reason why I made the video. The New York Times, the New York Newsday, and the New York Post should go back to showing all the stocks in the business section. And that was where I was looking forward to. I was looking forward to be able to get most of my information. My thinking was that as soon as I get up in the morning, I just look in the paper, look at the stock section, and if I see any stocks that I have bought have gone up, I would go right away over to TD Waterhouse or Charles Schwab, whoever I be dealing with, and sell them off or buy more of that stock. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what's happening. Of course, I know that if you want up to the minute information, you gotta go online. That I know. All right. Like I said, the New York Times, the New York Newsday, the New York Post, in the business section, should start showing all the stocks again, and they should actually start covering more news stories. Lately, when I look in the paper, I'm finding that the newspapers are becoming to be very boring right now. Now nothing much is happening in Iraq and all that. You look in the paper, there's not really that many stories. They should start covering more of the nitty gritty stuff, like traffic accidents, taking pictures, start covering more fires. You gotta want people to start buying the newspaper more, the New York Times, the New York Post, and New York Newsday and Daily News. You gotta start showing more. That's the whole key.